Charles Purcell presents.
Everything is marked to sell.
Building my financial future.
Shop millions of great deals.
Find your style.
The nation's leading carriers for half the cost.
A fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations.
Guaranteed lowest prices.
Modern.
We believe you can achieve anything you put your mind to.
Sleek.
All the latest styles.
Going out of business sale has just been extended.
And can help you stay ahead of life's expected
Go after every dollar you deserve.
and unexpected events.
Eclectic.
Give our team a call today.
But only for a limited time.
We have hundreds of options to make your home shine a little brighter.
Save up to 80% on already reduced merchandise.
To start the conversation.
And custom ordering available.
80% off on rings, earrings, even necklaces.
Come in today. We'll be glad you did.
And get 0% financing for 66 months, low rates, and award-winning service.
Open 7 days a week.
The perfect pendant can spotlight your newfound skills in the kitchen.
Plus 500 cash back.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months.
And AARP members get exclusive discounts.
Get all your shopping done in one place.
Whatever your pleasure.
And get $100.
His financial advice helps me focus on the big picture.
Magnificent.
Stop in today.
Okay.
It happened in Monterey.
Dad stood in the doorway to the kitchen, listening to a Sinatra song scratch off his 45 player. Around him, the wallpaper peeled, the couch listed on broken legs. A coat hanger poked out of one of the rabbit ears on top of the TV. But he was grooving.
And I'm afraid that it was mine.
Under the influence of Frank, he hung loose, snapped his fingers, closed his eyes, and breathed. This was my introduction to the cult of Frank. Now, I'm not talking about the Bobby Soxer mania that surrounded Frank in his early days, nor is it at all like the Elvis thing. What I can tell you is that the Frankites are not card-carrying, button-wearing club members. Their devotion isn't expressed on bus tours and fan rallies. It doesn't shout. It oozes.
How it longs for that sweetheart that I left in old Monterey.
Part 2 of the Cult of Frank. Now we all know that Frank is cool, and we give him his due. After all, James Brown covered That's Life. Sid Vicious did My Way. But I came across a place that was a temple of the cult of Frank. It was in Philadelphia, down on 13th Street, between Walnut and Locust, where there was a lively strip of joints that catered to the gangsters, gays, and hipsters of Center City. I was in the neighborhood performing with my first professional band. We were worshippers of the Rolling Stones. At a place called the Living Room, where we played the breaks for the headliners. During our own breaks, we'd grab a window booth at the all-night Dewey's for coffee and cigs, and watch the action on the street. While observing the paradiers of the promenade, I noticed that every other guy who went in and out of an alley corner called the Sinatra Room wore a suavely cocked tweed hat and carried a trench coat draped across his shoulders. At our next intermission, I bopped over to check out the scene. I was too young to enter the shrine, but as people went in and out, I could sneak a peek. The place was the size of your typical neighborhood tap room, and though dimly lit, I could see that all around the joint were pictures of Frank. Frank with the owner, Frank with some dolls, Frank with the mayor, Frank with the mob. The clock was permanently set at 2:45. The jukebox played nothing but Frank, and at the bar and tables, Frankites belted down shots, nodding and grooving under the spell of Francis A. Sliding in through the door, close to the wall, bumping my head, ouch, on a picture of Vinnie's Aunt Till with Frank in Vegas, I entered the temple. At a table, beneath a signed poster from Pal Joey, 4 guys in Frank attire sang along with the jukebox. As one of the guys spread his arms and sung, his trench coat slipped from his shoulder to the floor. As he turned and bent to retrieve it, he saw me and motioned to a big chichone who stood at the end of the bar, with a shot in one hand and a babe in the other. Well, the big one sauntered over to me and told me, "No hippies allowed. Hit the bricks, kid." I stood on the noisy corner, watching the door slam, a witness to the temple of the cult of Frank.
Retro Radio 90s edition.
We interrupt this broadcast for a special report. From the Neo Radio News Desk, here's Ryan Rowan.
This is Ryan Rowan at the Neo Radio News Desk with a special report. Neo Radio News has learned that CNBC is reporting that tomorrow morning's Washington Times will carry a story which claims that anonymous sources close to the White House have revealed in an obscure internet website that the president has allegedly played tennis with a White House custodian. According to the story, the custodian, one Bellamy J. Reinsdorf, admitted to a friend, a maintenance worker at the White House, that he, Reinsdorf, had indeed played tennis with the president. At this point, details are sketchy, and we repeat, these are only allegations, but this alleged tennis scandal looks very bad for the president. This time we have CNBC reporter Garth Willingdupe, who is credited with breaking the story to the nation at approximately 10:35 Eastern Time, just about 30 minutes ago. We have Garth on the line. Hello, Garth.
Hello, Ryan.
Garth, what can you tell us?
Well, apparently White House custodian Bellamy J. Reinsdorf confided in the friend, whose name is still unknown to reporters, The friend then told his 13-year-old son, who posted the information on a small internet website devoted to fans of the character Kenny from the cable program South Park.
I love that show. I never miss it. It's good, isn't it?
Yes, it's very funny. An unidentified source alerted the Washington Times, which located the Kenny website, skimmed the information, and basically downloaded all the lurid tennis details directly into its online edition.
And we are speaking with CNBC reporter Garth Willingdupe at this time, who is credited with breaking this story to the nation just about 30 minutes ago. Again, if you're just joining us, to repeat, the President of the United States has allegedly played tennis with a White House custodian by the name of Bellamy J. Reinsdorf. Garth, maybe you could tell us how is it that you came to break this story to the nation? All the networks and the major wire services are all headlining, are devoting full attention to this now. How did you get credit for breaking the story?
Well, actually, I was just about to go to bed when I noticed my computer searchlight was flashing.
Your computer searchlight?
Yes, you see, I have my computer's search facility set to constantly scan the net and to flash a bright light on my screensaver whenever the word president and the word tennis come together in close proximity.
Oh, fascinating. I see. I know the story is developing rapidly. My producers here tell me you've got some breaking developments there,
Garth.
Garth?
Yes. Yes, we've just learned that apparently Bellamy J. Reinsdorf, the White House custodian, has allegedly admitted to having played tennis with the president several times.
Oh, my God.
According to some reports, getting upwards of 35 to 40 times.
Oh, my God. Oh, now, Garth, if you could, my God, how could this be possible? If you could speculate for us, I mean, how is this? Wouldn't someone have seen this kind of blatant tennis playing?
Well, Ryan, my sources on the internet tell me that it's been reported that allegedly the Secret Service would keep these activities out of public view.
Incredible. Your sources on the internet, you say?
I'm still in the South Park Kenny website.
I see.
It's really great. You should check it out.
I will. I'm sorry. Hold on. What's this? Okay. There are reports coming over our desk right now that many of these, well, I hate to keep having to use the word, but I guess I have to. Many of these tennis games between the president and White House custodian Bellamy J. Reinsdorf were allegedly played on the White House court during regular working hours. Can you... Oh, I just can't believe some of this. Can you confirm these reports, Garth?
Garth, yeah, I can confirm that is being reported, yes. 10 to 15 alleged incidents of this type is the number I'm hearing.
Incredible. This is incredible. CNBC reporter Garth Willingdupe. Thank you, Garth. I know you have a long line of people who want to talk with you tonight. Thanks for taking a moment to join us.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye.
As expected, the White House has a statement. You can just imagine the spin doctors hard at work over the last 37 minutes. Let's go live now to the White House press room and hear what they've come up with. The next voice you hear will be that of the White House press secretary. This is Ryan Rowan at the Neo Radio News Desk. Now to the White House.
The allegations made against the president are unsupported and unsubstantiated. The president looks forward to a complete and comprehensive investigation into these charges. To that end, the Attorney General, at the request of the president, will appoint an independent counsel so that this matter can be expedited fairly and thoroughly. The president is confident of a complete exoneration. In the meantime, the president continues and will continue to concentrate exclusively on the important issues of the nation. Thank you.
You say the allegations are unsubstantiated, but is the president denying the allegations?
I will not parse that statement.
Is this or is this not a denial?
The statement is clear and stands on its own. I will not parse the statement at this time.
Hello? Was Reinsdorf offered a promotion to White House maintenance?
I'd have to check with personnel and get back with you on that.
Mr. Secretary, what exactly do you mean by exoneration?
Again, that would be parsing. And as I have said, I
Have you yourself, Mr. Secretary, have you yourself played tennis with the president?
I am not going to dignify that question with an answer. That's all.
Does the president want...
A defiant, even angry White House press secretary leaving the White House press room. If you're just joining us, this is Ryan Rowan at the Neo Radio News Desk. The President of the United States has been accused of allegedly playing tennis with a White House custodian. We'd like to hear your reaction. But before we go to the phones, a note to our listeners. It's been decided here at Neo Radio News to stop using the word alleged before all these quote-unquote alleged charges. It just gets so cumbersome, kind of like saying quote-unquote all the time. It's just too much. We all know these various charges are, at this point, unproven accusations, and much of this is wild speculation and unfounded gossip. But my gosh, we don't have to keep saying alleged or allegedly over and over and over. I mean, after a while, it just gets silly, right? Allegedly, 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 allegedly. It sounds like one of those goofy words. You can't even take it seriously. So we'll just dispense with that, and we'll all know it's really there. We're just not going to say it anymore, okay? Okay. Let's go to the phones. On the line from Sarasota, Florida, with a comment is Rachel.
Hello?
Go ahead, Rachel.
Oh, I think they ought to impeach this president. My goodness, playing tennis. What kind of example is this for the rest of the country? I just think this is awful. It's just horrible. And that's all I wanted to say.
Oh,
thank you.
Okay. Thanks for the call, Rachel. We go now to Gower in Cold Springs. Gower, what's your comment?
Yeah, Ryan, normally you got a pretty good show. I listen and I enjoy it.
Thank you, Gower.
But, I blame you guys for this, too. I mean, what are we supposed to tell the children? My God, this is all over the television and the radio. They interrupted a Disney movie that my children were watching, for crying out loud, and this kind of garbage is spewed all over the screen. Tennis. My God, you guys in the media, you can't wait to get a good tennis story. I got grandchildren here. You guys just want ratings. Everybody knows tennis sells. You make me sick.
Well, in our own defense, Gower, I would just say that this is a breaking story. The fact that the president played tennis with a White House custodian would not be the kind of sensational tabloid story we here at Neo Radio News would normally cover, frankly. But the fact that the whole nation has turned its attention to this matter, we understand overseas markets are reacting to the news. The dollar has been devalued relative to the yen already. This is really a breaking story with global ramifications. It makes this a story we here at Neo Radio simply cannot ignore. We have time for one more caller. Don from Morrison, Illinois.
I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, everybody plays tennis, for cripe's sake. It's his own darn business. It's none of our business. It's the president's own private life. Why are we even talking about this?
Don, do me a favor and stay on the line there for a minute, because I've got someone who I know would like to respond to that. Joining me now in studio is political party strategist Helen Hershire. Helen, while we've still got Don on the line from Morrison, what would you say about his comments? Is this none of our business?
Well, thanks for having me here today, Ryan. And yes, it is absolutely our business. This is the President of the United States playing tennis right at the White House with a custodian half his age.
Actually, Helen, we hadn't heard the age of Mr. Ryan.
Well, I'm just assuming. The point is, the American people elected
Now, wait a
this
minute. You're
president
telling me
and-
there aren't people on your side of the aisle out playing tennis every chance they get? Come on! This is what happens in Washington.
If I could just finish. I didn't interrupt you while you were speaking. I would appreciate the same courtesy. Ryan, this caller just goes to show our country's decline when the President of the United States can play tennis willy-nilly and then lie about it, and people just don't care. Well, I, for one, am appalled, and I think a great many Americans are as well.
But then again, are simple tennis lies really that harmful to the nation? Just a thought. Excuse me, this just in. Apparently, since the story broke now, just, let's see, about 41 minutes ago, CNN is reporting that no less than 17 people have come forward, oh my God, 17 people have come forward admitting to having also played tennis. With the president.
Good Lord. You see, what did I tell you? Can you imagine?
We have tape from an interview just moments ago, broadcast live on CNN. Could we roll that tape?
It was 11 years ago at the governor's mansion.
he took me to the garage where he showed me his
Take your time. He showed you his what?
his racket.
His racket.
He showed me his new tennis racket and a can of balls and asked me if I wanted to play tennis.
He just came right out and asked you?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Well, I was shocked. I mean, this was the governor of my state who I admired.
Yeah.
I had volunteered for.
And what did he do then?
He didn't give up. He took out another racket and he held it up to me and said that we could just volley.
Excuse me? Volley?
Yeah, just volley, not keep score. He said he read in the Bible that it wasn't really considered tennis if you just volley. I didn't even know they had tennis in Bible times. That just recorded moments ago on CNN. Compelling testimony there. You can't obviously see that on the radio. I wish you could see it. It was really quite compelling. He's obviously telling the truth. One of several people who have come forward claiming to have either played tennis or have been asked to play tennis with the President of the United States. The nation is reeling. Both European and Asian markets are in turmoil. As I mentioned earlier, the dollar is plummeting overseas in reaction to the news. Ryan Rowan here at the Neo Radio News Desk, where we are doing everything we can to keep you abreast of the breaking news in this unbelievable presidential tennis scandal. With me still in studio, political party strategist Helen Hershire. Helen?
Ryan?
And joining us at this time, Neo Radio senior political analyst, Mr. Sunshine. Welcome, Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah, glad to be here, Ryan.
Mr. Sunshine, what's your take on this whole thing?
My take? You want to know my take? So what if they are playing tennis in the middle of the day? It's a perfectly healthy, natural thing to do.
I find it unconscionable that this president, a servant of the American people on the very White House grounds where he was put by the American public
You've
to
played
serve
tennis,
them,
Helen. Isn't it invigorating? I, for one, feel pretty good after a round of tennis. I imagine after a match or two with Reinsdorf, the president is feeling confident and alert. That sounds pretty good to me. I want my president to be confident and alert, don't you?
If you think for 1 minute that I'm going to sit here and listen to this kind of reckless
And I'll bet old
talk
Bellamy goes back to buffing the White House floors with renewed energy, too. More power to him. In fact, I'm up for a game right now. What do you say, Helen?
You're disgusting.
How about you, Rowan? Want to spank the Spalding for a while?
That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm kind of busy here, Mr. Sunshine.
Okay, if you change your mind, I'll be right outside. You got a nice big wall out here, as I recall. Yeah, this'll do.
I think we should return you to your regularly scheduled programming here. We'll be back with special reports as news developments warrant. This is Ryan Rowan at the Neo Radio News Desk.
This has been a special report with Ryan Rowan and the Neo Radio News team.
Will you please? Have you no decency?
Hey, Helen, I thought you said you didn't want to play.
I wouldn't play tennis with you if you were the...
Whoa, almost got you there, Helen. What are you doing? Hey, Ryan, your opposition party mouthpiece has snapped a twig here.
You two, will you stop that? Just stop it. Isn't it clear what's going on here? When are you two going to admit that you love each other?
Are you nuts? Get out of here with that stuff. Rowan, you...
Cult of Frank was written and performed by Frank Skillman. Deborah Del Mastro appeared in the role of Helen Hershire. Special thanks to Tom and Molly Parent.
This episode of Charles Purcell Presents is available right now wherever you find your podcasts. Or go to the website charlespurcell.com for the full archive and all the other series in the podcast family. Follow, comment, and contact me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks to our flagship station, River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. Theme music composed and performed by Peter Donalds. From the New Arts and Media Studios in Milwaukee, I'm Charles Purcell.